Hello? Can you hear me? Not bad, not bad. Not bad with the 19. The 6, however. Absolute tragedy. Absolute tragedy. How we doing? Welcome in, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Tired? Yeah, me too. Me too, bud. Hi. Ooh, Crow with second. Hell yeah. Billy with first as well. Sorry. Don't let me downplay your achievement. Billy with first as well. Well done. Slow chat tonight? Yeah, slow chat tonight might be a good call. Actually, yeah. Yes, please. How we doing, everyone? How'd we go? How was our last weekend? PB with third place? Hell yeah. I had a lot of fun. Exhausted, just cleaned the cages, the floors, and changed bedding while waiting for laundry. Yeah, no, I've today's been hectic. Smug, hi, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing, Smug? Welcome. Guys, if you don't know Smug, my God, man, he's so cool. I love his art style so much. So Smug, if you don't know, works on like postage stickers, and then does like your classic cartoon panel, like really strong line work, character work, and then like puts it up. It's so heckin' cool. What are you up to? Streaming, just chatting. Nice. Sorry for the slow chat and everything. I'm in I'm in low power mode at the moment. I've had a very hectic few days, so I'm playing it slow and steady. I'm moving at the moment. Like slowly but surely, like I'm packing a bunch of boxes and pulling everything apart, restructuring everything, and then the actual big move happens next week, so I'm going to be flat out for the next few days. Carved and played games. Sweet. Awesome. Sweet. If you've got anything that you'd like to share, Smug, I would love to see. You know my usual thing. If you've got any art tags for me. But yeah, welcome. If you've got a raid and run, by the way, please do. Food, drink, sleep, whatever it happens to be, no stress. Look after yourself first and foremost. Never sorry, understand. I appreciate very much so. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Smug. I hope you had a good one, bud. What am I doing today? Where am I? Who? I had the realization at the end of last time that I worked on this image that the strong green needs to be pulled back just a little bit, because if you see this part of the water, it's not as murky green. There should be a little bit more of a transition from like this lovely shallow sand to the depths. So we're gonna land a little bit more. And then, yeah, as I was saying, I need to start sapping some of that green out of the boat wreckage. Saturday was recovering from spring cleaning. Went for a walk with your dad on Sunday. Bought him coffee. Nice. No, that's nice. That's nice. It's important to have like the slower moments where you just kind of smell the roses. I think that's the term. Because I don't know, life these days is very much so all about being efficient. God, I hate that word sometimes. Which is all well and good if you're trying to get a lot done, sure, by all means. But I feel like you run the risk of forgetting why you play the game to begin with, you know? Obviously do what you have to do to survive, but beyond that, you need to look after yourself, take some slow moments. Know that when you have time outside of work, that it's time for you. It's not necessarily time that you have to achieve anything. Half talking to myself as I say all of this. If you do that, you're burnt out in 2 months. Literally, yeah. Yep. If I didn't say it previously, apologies, but there's a shout out link with the raid message up above. I recommend that you check out Smug. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Hi Squid, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. 18's not bad. No school tomorrow. So you're up for a chill night. Is it another heat cancellation? Is it going to be especially hot tomorrow? You have a link to the frog that you started carving tonight? Yeah, hell yeah. Chuck it into chat and into the Discord as well if you'd like. But up to you. Up to you. Teacher strike? That would do it. Yeah, that would do it. I mean, we were reading up about the... Oh, let's have a look. Sorry, to like time out on that conversation. We'll come back to it. Let's have a look-see shot. Yes. It's so heckin' cool. It's so heckin' cool. Come on. Come on. Here we go. There it is. Close those windows of furniture that I'm looking to get for the new place. How heckin' sick is this? If you're familiar with Smug's style, it's 1-to-1. It's literally 1-to-1 with his lineup. It's so good. It's so good. Really, 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 really well done. What looks to be, this is probably not what you intended, but I'm gonna just, I don't have a filter at the moment. It looks like the little dinosaurs from is it Dig Dug? The arcade game where you go around and you try and like, you put a pump in. That game was messed up now that I think, whatever. You put a pump in the enemies and you blow them up until they detonate. It looks like one of the dinosaurs from that. And then it looks like you've got a bone here, which is heckin' cool. And then potentially like an engraved like knight. I'm seeing a sword and shield brought to the chest. That's heckin' cool. Oh, I'm seeing another version of it in the background there. Another bone. Ooh, this is like I Spy. Sorry, don't mind me. I've found something to hyperfixate on. Bone in the background, and then your mascot, the Smug Bunny. heckin' cool. That's so cool. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'd love to get into something like wood carving. It's so like tangible and gratifying to work with something and have something physical in front of you. There's a recent process. Heckin' awesome. Really, 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 really cool. That's so cool. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Very gratifying, meditative. That's what comes to mind. Is like I don't have I've been on and off with learning how to crochet, and that has an element of it. But I feel like there's almost a barrier with crocheting where there's a barrier between your imagination and your intuition and then what you produce with the crocheting process, because it's less about sculpting and more about following algorithms basically to end up with something that you want at the end of the day, whereas something like sculpting seems very one-to-one with straight from imagination and intuition into the final product. Really, really, really cool. Crocheting reminds me of solving Rubik's cubes. To be honest, you're thinking like, okay, well, I want to end up with a square for this particular section, so up clockwise, and then right counterclockwise, and then left counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, and you just putting in the Rubik's Cube like combinations until you end up with the square at the end of the day. And you're like, yes, I've done a creative square. You have, and it's cool. And don't get me wrong, infinite respect for people who are really good with crochet. I personally struggle with like the intuition barrier. For letting you share, of course. Why would I not? I get to show people cool stuff. But on the topic of the teacher strike, we looked into the writer's strike that happened in 2023, and apparently they got quite a few benefits in the process. So like, hell yeah. Because I do this thing where I see news articles out and about, and it kind of just passes by the wayside. I've been trying to, as of late, actually spend a little bit of time to digest it, actually, like eat the information and actually process it instead of just reacting to a headline. So I'm excited at the prospect of a teacher strike ending up with teachers' benefits by the end of it. Reminds me of your Rubik's Cube. Still need to solve it. Crochet, on the other hand, you can. I'm the opposite, because the Rubik's Cube, I suppose, what would I say is the biggest difference between the two? I'd say the biggest difference is that with the Rubik's Cube, if I stuff it up, there's no risk of like, I don't know, because like if I stuff up crochet, I can just frog until I start over again. Like, I suppose it is one-to-one. I feel guilty when I stuff up at crochet, as it feels like I'm like tearing apart a painting in order to start again. Whereas with the Rubik's Cube, starting from scratch, I don't know, there's no emotional attachment to the process. I need to stop starting projects and just leaving them. You now have 2 books you want to write. Started planning a whole new book. Won't be a series like the other one. It's probably a good call to start with like a standalone piece of writing. I need to clarify though, I'm just some guy on the internet, so take everything that I say with a heaping grain of salt. It's just like truckloads of salt. It's probably better to start with a standalone piece of writing. Just because in the act of writing, you are going to improve. Now, you might jump in and be like, Mahali Dadoy, that's always going to be the case. Is that stopping? Should that stop me from ever writing because I'm always going to improve, so therefore never write? No, not what I'm saying. It's more a case of when you first start with a creative outlet, your growth is going to be exponential. It's going to be exponential. You're going to learn so much, and then it tapers off, right? And then you start going backwards. Beside the point. But your initial growth is going to be insane. So starting a series down here, and then you're onto like the third book or something up here, you're going to look back at this starting spot, and you're going to, at least for me, this is all how I feel about it. You can feel differently. But at least for me, if I'm on book 3 and I'm looking back at book 1 and it's canon, it's canonical with book 3, like that's connected to that, I would sit there going, no, blur. I cry because I feel like I've dragged the third book down with my initial writing. Whereas what you can do instead is you can off-put starting a series. You can off-put it, and instead write a few like one-shots or like self-contained stories. Do all of this initial growth, and then start the series. So book 1, book 2, 3. That way you're still improving. You're still on a gradual incline. You're improving over time, but there's not this feeling of like really having a massive variation in your in the quality of the series. That's how I think about it. But like other people might feel drastically different. Other people might be like, well, Bahali, that's the beautiful thing about starting a series early on in your career, is that you get to see that massive growth all within the one story. And hey, heckin' cool. If anything, I kind of agree. It's not what I would do. Want to hear the premise of this one? Yeah. Maybe hit me up like tomorrow or the day after on it, Squid, because it just dawned on me. It'll kind of be in one ear out the other today, because I'm a bit of a sloth zombie creature at the moment. But rain check, hit me up on the next one. And then the same feedback that I give to Astrid, which is I'm down to like quickly skim it on stream. Like I'll skim through, get a sense of it, like a general gist. But if you want me to actually like consume and think on what you're presenting me, actually having a write-up on Discord in one of the conversations actually gives me an opportunity to just sit down and read it and appreciate it, you know? It's just difficult to do live with the appreciation that I should have, you know? Look, where you have food? Yeah, all good. Enjoy your food. I'm so sad because I'm going to have to put everything on pause for the next 2 weeks, more or less. I'm wanting to stream for the next few days, and then put streaming on pause for the following week. But everything else has had to go on pause. No D&D, no Daggerheart, no game catch-ups with people, no social interaction, anything. Hecking miserable. It's 2 weeks I can survive. I'm a little bit apprehensive about the new setup. Because I'm anticipating that I'm going to try out the new internet and it's just going to be the worst. I don't have any proof to say like that will be the case, like the internet will be garbage. I'm anticipating it. I need to change the way that I'm thinking about it upcoming. I need to think of it more as like a anticipate the worst but hope for the best, I think is the saying. That's the classic one. I should shift to that perspective because I feel like there's a healthier way of engaging with the upcoming event. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm just anticipating that I plug in my computer and not only does the internet not work, my computer explodes. I have such a deep-seated distrust of my technology. Not without reason either. It consistently blows up. Probably fine. Probably fine. I have such lofty aspirations for the new place as well. I'm hoping that with the new setup, I've mentioned it before on stream, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to start getting back into traditional mediums again. I'm hoping to get a second desk on like in a corner of the room that I can set up like a top-down camera to record the traditional stuff. I don't know how it works. I think it'd be heckin' cool. It's been a very long time since because that's where I started. I started with pastel and acrylic were my two big ones. Hi Ozzy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I started with oil pastel and acrylic paint. This was well back in the day. Well back in the day. We're talking like high school days at this point. And then I moved over to digital, and I haven't looked back. But I should look back. I get so freaking jealous. I see so many artists who are like, oh, I've gone back to traditional. It's the best thing ever. Yeah, I know. Me too, please. Feeling good. Got ill after your wife feels better. So Lucozade and ginger tea. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not unwell. I'm not unwell at all. I'm just what's the word? Overwhelmed, I guess. I've started the moving process to the new place, and it's a lot. It's a lot of running around that I have to do. All kind of shotgunned into 2 weeks, so I'm. It's not that I'm feeling ill or under the weather or anything like that. It's just my energy's shot, and my I don't know. Do you ever get that feeling of like whenever you overwork yourself a little bit, you don't get a headache, but it becomes difficult to think. You've got like a cloudy feeling in your head. It's just difficult to concentrate on things. I'm in that state at the moment, and it's glorious. Wunderbar. IBM. Move-in sucks. Overstimulation. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, like I'm fine. I'm physically fine. I appreciate the concern though, very much so. It'll be 2 weeks of hell on earth and then new beginnings. It's the graph. It's the graph of self-improvement. It literally is. There's a graph of like you improve, you improve, you improve, you improve. You implement something new to help with your improvement process and you start getting worse. But then you get better and then you get like way better. And then you implement something new to help with your learning process and you start getting worse. And then you get way better. Blah, 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 blah. It's literally that. Where my productivity, my just everything is going to go down a little bit for a little while, but then it'll get better. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hi, Noel. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Lucky number 7. How was your weekend? Did you have fun? I haven't been able to rock climb either. I just keeps these little truths keep dawning. Surprise, Mahali. Remember this? That's heckin' true. Haven't been rock climbing in like a week. But we count our blessings. We identify the silver lining. The hearth side yesterday was a lot of fun. Doing well. Which isn't telling you how long between when you can message, so it's a little hard to reply. Sorry. I believe it's either 30 seconds or 20 seconds. There you go. It's just for stream today because I'm falling asleep. I don't think I'd be able to keep up with stream at full speed. Your weekend was good? Well, today is a Monday. The rest of the week is one you're looking forward to. Nice. Nice. Is there something in particular that, if you don't want to share anything, you don't have to. Let me know if I'm asking too many questions. But is there something in particular that you're looking forward to this week, or just got a positive outlook on how this week's going to go? Just a bit of optimism. Tomorrow you're playing board games with friends. Wednesday you're watching a show with other friends. Today you're excited for more art. Hey, nice. Yeah, okay, well, sounds like you've got an excellent week scheduled ahead of you. I'm glad to hear. 20 seconds between messages? Yeah. Hi, Digi. How you doing? God, I can feel my eyeballs just kind of rolling around in my head. Ugh. Let's see how we go. I think I can make it to the half stream. Can't really stay right now. Wish me good luck with the good stream. Thank you, bud. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look after yourself. Chat with you soon. 12 was not bad. Hey, don't Digi. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Actually need to schedule stuff for this week. Eldest goes on vacay Thursday to Tavern with her grandparents, so it will just be one child. Ooh. A different dynamic? Hell yeah. Or you have opportunities. It could be an opportunity to catch up with said one child, with like go to the movies or something. Could be an opportunity to just chill, given that you know, things will be a little bit quieter. Brain is trying to find more things to do while body is trying to recover. A good thing to do when your mind is racing. Nice. Not that I'm any sort of authority on this whatsoever. But I swear by meditation. Just like taking a moment to just sit or lie down or just like get into contact with something in like a relaxed pose. And just kind of observe the moment a little bit and try and disregard, well, not disregard, but like observe without acting upon like those urges that are disruptive in the way that they are. It just gives you a moment to kind of like force yourself to slow down and just be present, you know? Watching the Holy Grail, you're at peace. See? Like that. Digi is also meditating by the sounds of things. So I suffer from that a lot. I suffer from that constant inner dialogue to just like go and do a thing. It doesn't necessarily make sense half the time either. It's just like, oh god, we're not doing the thing. It's like, brain, what do you mean? What are we not doing? I don't know, you've probably forgotten. Oh god, you've forgotten. And then I panic about that. It's not good. It's not good. It's a bad time. I don't recommend it. Oh god, brains are stupid. Mahali. Yes, brain? You've forgotten that thing that you needed to do today. Oh. Do you remember what it is? No, absolutely not. I've got no idea. Thank you, brain. You're welcome. Panic. Consult the book of no, meditation, Digi. Not armamentation. Usually go for a small walk. Just getting out of the situation. Yeah, that helps as well. That helps as well because it gets you busy with something. but it also gives you an opportunity to just blow off a bit of steam. Not to imply that you're like upset or angry or anything like that, but just kind of committing to a physical task like that can help. That's why a lot of people really enjoy the gym, because it's like a designated time of the day when you just like return to monkey like a little bit, like reject humanity, lift heavy things like and I completely agree. I just get distracted at the gym is the problem. It's a lot of sitting in a room not doing much except lifting things. There are limitations to my return to monkey. You're just quoting the Holy Grail. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. You doing? You doing well though, bud? Thank you for the reference that you sent me, by the way. It's legitimately like incredibly juicy. Using your word. I used to go to the gym. I used to go to the gym consistently. I was in a different headspace back then is the key difference. It was very much so like a go to the gym so that I can look good mentality. Oh God, I hate it. Sorry, not to be too self-deprecating. I no longer agree with the mindset of past Mahali. Not to say that I shouldn't look after myself or whatever, but I feel like that in and of itself is a little bit of a shallow engagement with physical workouts. I feel like there are more engaging ways of getting out there and getting fit, other than like I wish to pose in front of a mirror or whatever. It's difficult though. It's difficult if you've been like heavy for a while. There is like, well, for me anyway, there was a strong desire to be like, I want to change. I want to be different. That could be part of it, but it used to be all of it, which is the problem. Sending your own art reference, the ego on you, ladies and gentlemen. Please roll out the community guillotine. I wish to be made and then the town crier goes silent because he forgets the word. I wish to be made an example of. There we go. We got there. You haven't been in a week. You like to go to the gym to train for MMA. A charity MMA fight in November. Trouble is you like to win. Oh no. This is for charity, right? Right? Across the other side of the arena, just frothing at the mouth. Oh, I'll kill you. All bound to Digi, the patron god of the arts. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean you can't win. That's the thing. It's one of those time and place things where if everybody if you have been invited to a party and everybody's playing I don't know, tag, right? Probably not the environment to attempt to min-max the process to become the god of tag in. Because generally speaking, everybody's just kind of there to have fun. Though, skew that, if you really, really, really want to get invested in like competitive tag, there is a league for it. There is a league for competitive. There is actually, if you haven't heard of this before, there is an actual league of competitive chase tag that exists, and it's heckin' cool. They have this big square arena set up with a bunch of obstacles, like metal bars and platforms and poles and like all over the place. And they have one person starting in the arena, other person on the outside of the arena, and they just unleash the person into the arena, and the person that started in the arena has to essentially evade them for 30 seconds, I think it is. It's engaging. So, to keep the metaphor going, if you've been invited to a party to just play tag, go have fun, enjoy yourself, but don't scratch somebody's eyes out trying to win the game. But there is an environment for it. Go sign up for competitive tag. Go like fight, win, you know, break as many people over your knee as you possibly can. Sure, like that's the environment that everybody's kind of signed up for, you know? Digi could be an avatar of me Mother while we tell, since nobody ever witnesses them both in the same room. It's true. It's true. I've never seen it. But then again, I'm clinically blind, so both of you are doing fit charity. You just sipping straight up just gonna be the scene from The Dark Knight Rises. Just you with your opponent over your head, just dropped onto the knee. Just try and walk that off. You'll have to go through some sort of like character metamorphosis. Now you're talking to the person who's unconscious on the mat at this point. You're gonna have to go through some like character metamorphosis where we'll chuck you into a big pit, right? And then you'll have to. I mean, you're not the child of Ra's al Ghul, but you'll have to make the climb, and we'll have a whole bunch of other people in the pit as well. They'll all be part of it, and they'll all be chanting like "bish bish bata" or whatever the chant is. And you'll make the climb, you'll recover, your back will magically fix, and we'll be good. Hi, Miz. Sorry, I'm talking absolute nonsense at the moment. How you doing, bud? Streaming art? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Welcome in. How was stream? Apologies for the slow mode. I'm a bit out of sorts at the moment, so it is my attempt to keep things a little bit organized. You forgot your raid message? You're okay. You're okay. Your intentions are heard loud and clear. Welcome in. Thanks for the tip. Brain is calm now. Hey, glad to hear. Fish, butter. Fish, butter, fish, butter. Ms. First of all, I hope you had an amazing stream. What were you working on? And second of all, it's my usual spiel, but if you've got any word that you'd like to share, I would love to see. As would everyone else here, I think, right? I strongly feel as though everybody else here would like to see it as well. You did that? Let's have a look. See, this is why I say things. I ask for art so that I can be gifted with this. Could you imagine if I didn't ask for this? Could you imagine? I'd be starving right now. Whereas in this timeline that we're living in, I'm eating well. It looks sick. It looks awesome. Oh, God, I'm so jealous of other people's art styles. I mean, this isn't even your usual art style. I'm jealous of your flexibility, because I can't do like the graphic visuals at all. And it's so clean. It's so clean. I love how you've balanced the canvas as well. You've got this present on this side, and then this present on that side. You got this present on that side, that present on that side. You've got presents of this on the canvas to sort of counteract how top heavy the horns are and stuff. Heckin' cool. Heckin' cool. Simple, clean, like the way that you're making me feel tonight. I'm so sorry. You're gonna get a little bit of gibberish from me tonight, but it's heckin' cool. It's really good. I like it a lot. I do love that even though you've gone with simple imagery, you've still taken the opportunity that, like, heckin' cool texture, and around the eyes as well. It's so good. So good. Because the temptation is always, oh, I'm doing like silhouette, like punchy shape imagery, so therefore I can't do texture, I can't do like gradients or anything because that would be cheating. No, you've absolutely nailed it. Heckin' cool. Black and white looks so good. Doesn't it just? You really like it? It's heckin' cool. If you guys aren't following Digi, one, how dare you? Second of all, I highly recommend that you do. There's a little follow link up the top in the shout out. Recommend that you click on that link and go check them out. Aesthetically pleasing. KH reference. Of course, I had to. Hi Wise, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the tavern. Hope you're doing well. I'm not usually like this. I promise. I'm not nearly. I swear I'm not drunk. I'm not. I'm just. My brain is overtaxed today, so I'm just a little bit all over the place. I'm usually a lot more on top of things, so I'm going to be a little bit more chaotic tonight than I usually am. Thank you for putting up with me. Miz is amazing. 110%. Eating well, but you're over full. No more art for me. Too much art, says Digi. Said Digi, but meant Miss. Did I? I'm so sorry. If I did that, I'm so sorry. Crossed wires. I hate that Digi guy. Freudian slip. Yeah, go follow Digi as well. You know what? Why not? Here, shout out Digi Painter as well. Share the love around. Hi, Politzer. How you doing, bud? Miz, before I forget, 1, I hope you're feeling better than the last few days. 2, if you have to look after yourself after stream, especially given your sinuses playing up recently, please, by all means, look after yourself first and foremost. You will have no raised eyebrow from me. Absolutely none. Maybe starting a Subnautica playthrough soon. Ooh. Hell yeah. I hate that game. Hell yeah. You're nearly healed? I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. You were sounding better the other day, hence why I assumed that you were, just based on your voice. I did hear the nasal after you said that you're still a little bit ill, but you were sounding a lot better than a couple of days prior. But that's exciting. I'm gonna be egomaniacal for a moment. Was it my playthrough that inspired you to have a look at it? I mentioned it yesterday during the Hearthside, but I don't usually. It was victory for the record book. I'll take it. I'll take it. I might be out of sorts today, but I've at least got that going for me. I mentioned it yesterday during the Hearthside, but I actually quite dislike open world games because I tend to find that they're not really driven in the same way that like sculpted games tend to be. So I'm genuinely surprised at how much I am enjoying Subnautica. It's an open world game. It's a survival game. I'm not particularly fond of survival games either. With like an aggressive hunger and thirst meter, and there's a degree of a time limit with the oxygen meter and everything. It seems like a whole bunch of elements that I would greatly dislike, violently dislike. But I just don't. I don't know why. I think it's just the spicy combination of them all. How am I doing? I'm looking amazing. Thank you. I'm a bit cooked today, to be entirely honest. Is it Ko? Hi, welcome. Yeah, I'm a little bit cooked today. I've started moving house. So I'm mentally boomed. Hence why chat is in slow mode, and hence why we're only doing a half stream today. But otherwise I can't complain. Like the movie is going pretty good so far. We haven't had major hiccups yet. You love open world if done right. Like Crimson Desert, that game is baller, even though it's kind of buggy at the moment. You can tombstone people and you love it. I love the idea of you declaring that you're going to tombstone somebody and running after them. I think that's a really fun image in my brain. New military OC, major hiccups. Perhaps inspired by a past event, or perhaps even a current event, Jade? Love the idea of a survival game. Almost never enjoy the implementation of the basic needs. That's the thing, is it usually feels like a chore. But I think because Subnautica goes about kind of showing you ways to where you not only stay on top of your meter, but you can get more and more efficient at it. I suppose that is the case for all survival games, because you can like automate the process and stuff. But it feels, I don't know, like little achievement get moments of, well, now you're not just eating raw fish. Or like you're not just like scoffing your face with raw seaweed. You're processing fish. You're curing fish and keeping it long term. You're eating fruit from the surface. You're making like nutrition bars. I don't know. It feels like a progression through the survival system instead of it just being like a constant drone in the background. You know, the water reflections are so good. Thank you. Thank you. Tez, yeah, up. When she takes my under till I tombstone. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. I'll accept it, but I'm not sure about the committee. We're gonna have to run it past the council of elders, but we'll see how you go. When she trolleys on my problem till one innocent man dies. This calls into question so many things. Are you the person who dies? Like completely unrelated to the trolley problem? You're not innocent? Okay. Eliminated from the equation. Pit? No, not with a 7. Not with a 7. The pit is 5 and below. Truly condemnable. Truly a condemnable number. Like that. That's a perfect example of pit worthy. Aiden got a pretty low roll on Friday. As a lovely change of pace. Pit blood means exactly whatever you think it means. Oh no. The pit. It bleeds. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Oh no. But like 1 in 20 is still too high. Needs some of that luck. I consistently roll incredibly poorly during D&D. To a point where I just kind of accept it. It's almost exclusively when I'm a character as well. Sorry, a player. When I'm a player, when I'm a DM, you know, it runs the usual gambit of highs and lows. But no, when I'm a PC, doomed. Need this to read it, so you sent it twice. It's important. She me mopper my wallet. Nobody else is going to understand it. Did you? Well, I suppose that's you attempting to establish like the common language of the people of the cult. How dare. You remember the olden days when you rolled only 19s and 20s? But alas, not as you once were. These things always happen. Although, do you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like to me an opportunity for a character arc. You could either end up back where you were, where it's a case of you're achieving your highs again, like you prove to yourself, you know what, I can reach new peaks or whatever. Or it could be like a realization of the 19s and 20s that we roll, of the friends that we made along the way, you know? Hi, Kals. How you doing? Hope I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Kals. Like, no, like, I'm no down with the sickness or anything like that. Just a little bit overspent. Stretched a little bit too thin for today. So I'm playing it slow. Literally with the with the slow mode in chat, but otherwise doing well. Can't complain. Rolling at 30 yet? Silent Loki. Fuck. Your secret is safe it's safe with me, I promise, I swear. But to answer your like sneaky question. I just, what can I say? Like, hold it. Wait, so does that mean that it's not the friends we made along the way, or is this part of the arc where you realize that, like, even though you hit the 20, it's like, but Gandalf that you left in the previous town, he meant the world to you well more than a 20 ever did, and then it's your moment to like run back in the rain. You're crying, he's crying, you both embrace, it's slippery, you both slip over in the mud, you fall down, maybe kiss. I hate Tide Mahali so much. Within this stream, there is a lore. Within that lore is a tavern, as is seen on screen now. The people of that tavern say prayers to the patron god of the arts and artist me Mopper Wallador. There you go. The full elevator pitch in one sentence. Boom. Like Goku when he reaches a new Saiyan power up. Boom. Obviously you kiss, of course. Fair. When she arcs on my character till I redeem myself. Deary dear. I'm upset at the fact that's it didn't work. Don't get me wrong, it didn't work, but it worked the best out of all of them so far. Run, meet him on the terminal. He's about to catch a dragon and go overseas. Wizard out of the scene. Gandalf! And then everybody's just kind of okay with you running through the airport because it's a movie, and or actually, well, no, it could play into realism a little bit. It could be a case of you running to see Gandalf off at the airport, and airport security rugby tackles you to the ground. You think it worked? As the unbiased observer, right? Going for a walk. Catch you later. Stay amazing, people. Yeah, you too. Nice. You too. Enjoy your walk. I'm glad that you're feeling a little bit better, bud. Hi, Noctua. How you doing? You certainly know that feeling. Much hugs for me. Thanks, Kals. Sorry, even in slow mode. Even in slow mode, I missed it. It's tough. It's tough. Gandalf, wait! Sprints to Gandalf and tackles him. I love you. Yeah.
Without you, Miss, I was but Gandalf the Grey. But now I realize that deep down, all along, I was Gandalf, all of the colors of the world.
And then you kiss. Ah, so romantic. You put color back into his life. You have a little cat visitor right now, so you're going to be distracted. No, please, by all means, go. No need to apologize at all. Thank you. I hope you're going well. I hope you had a good weekend. Thought you liked women, but now you see that I was really Gandalf the Gay. Or, yes. This is far too serious of a question for the nature of the conversation. But did any of the wizards, like... No, none of the wizards had, like, relationships at all, right? Gandalf the Grey, Radagast, Saruman, the Blue Wizards. No, it's all played very, like, hermit-type characters that just kind of travel the world and whisper at moths and then throw them and then, like, I don't know, ride on eagles, I suppose. So romance. Think your Tavern Sona needs to remain a little guy of some kind, or at least a creature. Maybe one of those fish people, Tuakoa. Is it the Tuakoa? Something. Takua. That's a reference that I don't anticipate anybody's going to get. Don't mind me. We're all good. We're all good. There was the one with Gandalf and Galadriel, kinda. Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I can see that. They were very like, oh, I like the way that you cast that magic spell. And then the other one was like, yeah, it was pretty good, wasn't it? And then they high-fived. Sauciest scene in the entirety of Lord of the Rings. Especially in the harbor. Yeah. As part of like the, well, here's the thing. I don't think the scene in the Hobbit is canon, is it? Because, I don't think they actually show Gandalf confronting the necromancer. I think it just kind of alludes to Gandalf like went off and did stuff. It's not in the books? Yeah, I thought so. I thought as much. Does movies make you sick? There could have been a good movie in them. I feel as though the attempt to make it 3 movies kind of destroyed the pacing. Because the ending of Smaug feels nonsense, and then the entirety of the Battle of the Five Armies movie feels nonsense as well. So if they didn't extend it to 3 movies, if they didn't add all the padding in terms of like Legolas being there for some reason, I didn't necessarily have an issue with the new elven character that they introduced as well. But I suppose if you're getting rid of Legolas, get rid of her as well. Tariel, I think her name was. Yeah, just like cut it down to 2. Cut it down to 2, and I think Golden Path is revealed for us. I'm so sorry, Jay. The story that you're telling is not sinking in. I've attempted to read it twice and my brain is just not eating it. So I have given up. Harumph. If the movies were true to writing, then it'd be 80% walking, you think? Less the walking aspect of it, more the well, I guess just like trim the movie down. They had all the things. Like you could probably edit the footage that exists, get rid of the stuff to do with the elves, probably get rid of maybe. I mean, the necromancer stuff is fine. Shave down the army, like the Battle of the Five Armies at the end a little bit as well, and you can just stitch together and you'd probably have a decent trilogy. Duology. Close enough, whatever. Bought him another bouncing ball just to play with. It's great for having him entertain himself without constantly being involved. It's really cute looking at him darting around. I think the ball has entangled itself on a t-shirt on the ground. Now he's attacking the whole shit. Oh, gee, it's snowballing. You looked it up. The fish people are called Kuatoa. Hey, I thought so. Sure, someone already has. There's definitely Hobbit fan cuts. I'd be down for a Hobbit fan cut, and I anticipate that it would be a substantially better viewing experience than the main movies. Sorry, than the original Hobbit movies. I didn't name it. Whatever. Words. Close enough. Na, 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 You want to play Crimson Desert? Really should sleep before work? Yeah, you should. You can always have it as a like a carrot on the stick on the other end, right? We think like, if I go to sleep early and then get up for work, I will then have enough energy after work to play. Half trying to convince myself with that explanation because it's absolutely how I function most of the time. My brain hates sleep. My brain hates sleep no matter what I try to trick myself with. You'll probably stream it tomorrow. There you go. Boom. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. You're good. Trying to wrap my head around how this boat would look. The general shape is fine. Maybe there could be a little bit more arc to it, like this. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. Another aspect that I should consider is that there'd be a reflection of the boat in the water as well. So maybe that's part of it. Oh yeah, Miz, if that means that you're heading off, please look after yourself. Do what you gotta do. Side note about the art piece you showed will potentially be the back of your upcoming Oracle deck. Oh, very cool. Just because I'm not familiar with the terminology, is this synonymous with tarot? Or would this be like functionally a tarot deck? Or is it a spin-off term that's not one for one? More freedom allowed with the cards? Yeah, okay. Whereas if you call it a tarot deck, there's an expectation that you have the Tower, you have the Devil, you have the Chariot. I know cards. Tarot has strict rules to follow. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense. It means that you'd be able to come up with your own characters, your own definitions for what they mean, blah, blah, blah. That'd be fun. Okay, so that was the boat. Is J the liquefied tool? Yeah, okay. There we go. Shift the boat over to the right a little bit like that. Legit printed cards that can be purchased eventually. Hey, nice. Heckin' cool. Has it been in the works for a little while, or something that you've been wanting to do that you're getting to now? You're at work. You'll miss stream if you don't join right now. So hello, hi, how you doing, bud? Welcome. But if you got to work, my guy, we can always catch up later. We can always catch up tomorrow. No worries. You're on break? Okay. I'm so used to Billy just being like, hey, so I'm in the middle of my shift at the moment. I've got people who are like actively like waiting to talk to me, and I'm here. So no, Billy, no. Been on the back burner for a little while now. It's a community project you're spearheading. Hey, cool. So different people will like provide different designs for cards and stuff. That's heckin' cool. You finished Zoe? Hey, cool. I keep forgetting that it's an arc. I know it technically is just like a mini arc, but still. So it was kind of meh. Don't think of it as its own thing. It's just kind of connective tissue. It's like it's like the Revelry arc or something, where it kind of exists to establish a bit of information and introduce characters and stuff, but it's not like an arc in and of itself. Got Whole Cake Island. Then you have it's a pirate because Wano isn't on Netflix. I believe it's on Crunchyroll, but if you don't have Crunchyroll, then yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Gonna hop off and eat something. Stay awesome. Yeah, you too, Aiden. Look after yourself, bud. Enjoy. Oh, did we go through ad break? Was there an ad break? No? Haven't? Yeah, okay. I guess we'll go for another like 20 minutes or so, and then brain go bye-bye. You gonna dip too? Nighty night, y'all? Yeah, look after yourself, bud. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the rating. Thank you for the rating. Yeah, we'll commit to that. Thank you for the rating. I'll catch you later, bud. I'll see if I can jump in for a little bit tomorrow when if you're starting Subnautica. No, you might be playing the new game, but whenever you start Subnautica, I'll try and be there for a little bit, because I'm keen to see how Miz reacts to Subnautica things. It is fun now that I'm not on the receiving end of new Subnautica revelations. For now, I mean, I keep meeting new big fishies. Can't afford another subscription. Yeah, no, that's completely fair. That's completely fair. Should play Subnautica next stream in VR. I've heard that the VR version is really buggy. Unfortunately. Plus I do get motion sick, so it's probably something that I wouldn't be able to handle. I'm down to play Subnautica 2 though. I'll need to play some other stuff first, so that there's a little bit of padding between Subnautica 1 and 2. But after that, yeah. 5-minute long stream then. Oh, no. And he's down for the count. What am I looking to play for the next game? Stray is the next one on the docket, I think. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about. Not going to give a review since I haven't played it yet. You did not enjoy your time. Oh, I've heard really positive things about Stray, so I'm surprised. I anticipate that you're not memeing. I anticipate that you're giving a like a genuine like reaction to it. So interesting. See how we go. I anticipate that it'll be a much shorter game than Subnautica, so even if I don't enjoy it initially, probably won't be as big of an issue. Like if I hated Subnautica, I mean, even then I would have only played it for a little bit if that were the case. Genuine, yeah, fair. You think I'll like it? Okay. I anticipate that I will, because I enjoy just like slow story-based games, and that seems to be it to a T. Again, no spoilers, but I don't anticipate that it'll stray from that description. Love it when a ball stops rolling or disappears, waiting for it to move again. He just lies down. Had that earlier today with the little goblin. She was camping a piece of ribbon that was on the floor. She would just sit basically on top of it with one paw extended to kind of stop it from moving if it ever wanted to move. Enjoy work, bud. Chat with you later. Maybe it's a case of there should be more of the underside of this beam seen. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. Because here's the thing. If I filled in this section here, I don't think I'd have an issue with the structure of the boat. Like, that makes sense to me visually. But then as soon as I chuck a hole in it, all of a sudden, it's exploded. Maybe it's a case of that's too clean of a break there, maybe. That feels a bit better. Just roughing up the brakes a little bit more, and then I could continue that thought by creating a brake here. I should probably continue the directionality of the planks on the other side because I kind of implied that they carry over. That feels a bit better. And what I could do from here is start on the reflections. Should it be that dark? Dark is probably not a problem. It's still too green towards the bottom, I feel. So what I could do is I could desaturate, bring it up towards a yellow. Yeah, some of those little lovely in-between chromas. Just a heads up, I'm gonna be wrapping up in a second. Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm royally cooked. My brain is just gone off to Narnia. Okay, so I submerged the boat underwater. Like I clearly have the bits viewable through the shallows. Now it's time for the reflections. Boat reflections. But I think I need a little bit more cognitive power for me to go ahead with that. So I will wrap up super early today. Again, sorry for the super short one, but I wanted to stream, but I knew that I wasn't up for a full one. So we at least had this much. We at least had this much time together. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you had a good start to your week. tomorrow should be a full, like a full length stream. It won't be nearly as hectic as it was today. So I'll have more energy in the tank. So it should be good. Any stream is a good stream. That's the thing. I need to get that through my thick skull because there have been many instances of me being like, I'm not up for a full stream. Can't do it. Shut it all down. Not the way to go. Absolutely not the way to go. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow proper. We'll hang out properly, I promise. Have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Look after yourselves. Have a lovely start to your week. See you soon.